So as kind of an experiment, we are going to try to not use our phones, specifically the internet or GPS, for anything. We're going to try to be sufficient without those two things for the next couple of days, and instead we will be using this atlas that Autumn insisted that we bring, and I'm now very glad that we have. Should be fun, should shake things up a little bit, and yeah, probably make me appreciate how nice it is being connected while on the road. So yeah, let's give it a go.
So how does it feel for the first few minutes driving without navigation?
Well, I've looked at the navigation screen about 5 times already, and there's nothing there. It feels weird, but it's also kind of nice. Like, now that I know I don't need to look down here, I can just appreciate the scenery and spit all over my dashboard on camera. So yeah, it's good. Alright, so we just drove through Deming. We were hoping to find a Walmart or like a visitor center or something where we could get an idea of where to spend the night. We did see a couple of quiet looking side streets, so right now that's looking like our best option since the sun is going to be setting pretty soon. But yeah, we're heading back towards town. I don't know, where should we go now?
I think we should find a local pub. I did it! She gave me directions too. Oh.
Alright, so we're about to leave Deming. We did find everything we need. We found a grocery store, we found a place to camp last night, we found a place to have dinner last night. We burned about a gallon of diesel driving around the town, so that's definitely one thing, is that we saw more of the town, for better or worse. Where are we going today, Autumn? I don't even know.
Well, I think we're going to Portal, Arizona.
Portal, Arizona. So this road is not on our map, at least not under the same name, but we think that it will connect to the road that we're looking for, and it looks like that's happening right now. Yes. Hermanas. Is that right?
Well, maybe it's a smaller town out on this map.
Well, we can't keep going this way, so...
We've definitely got to go left.
We definitely got to go left. What? I thought we were going right.
No. We're going right.
Pink. Well, navigator, do we have time to go explore a ghost town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can find it. Oh my gosh.
So we go down the road and turn left at the green gate.
We could cook tortilla on that.
Well, that was pretty cool. I wish I knew what time period this town was around, but I can kind of guess. I'm guessing like 30s or 40s. Lots of metal cans everywhere. And then, yeah, mining. Lots of mine shafts. I didn't realize that there were just open holes in the ground out in the desert. I thought that was a thing from like Looney Tunes, but apparently that's real. So it's kind of funny that you could fall in a hole if you weren't paying attention. Okay, so we decided to camp out here. We're pretty close to that old ghost town, and yeah, it just seemed like a nice place to spend the night. And we're gonna hang out here today too. So yeah, we're fully off grid, so the challenge doesn't really affect what we're doing today, but I've got a few things on the van that I want to fix up. Just little things that have needed tweaking, and I haven't gotten around to doing it since I've been on the road. So yeah, let's do that today. So I set up my gray water tank to have this spigot on it, and then there's a floor drain which just drains out the bottom of the van. So if I need to, I can just open up this spigot and my gray water will go out on the ground. I feel like I always have to mention that you can't just do that anywhere. If you're in like an established or even a dispersed campsite, it's pretty crappy to just create a big puddle of gray water in the middle of the site, and you also have to be conscious of waterways. But anyways, my spigot's leaking, so I'm dripping gray water everywhere we go, so I'm going to see if we can fix that. Well, I stripped the threads on this plastic spigot thing a little bit, so I just loaded it up with way too many layers of plumber's tape and cranked it down. So I probably made the leak worse, but yeah, it's not a huge deal. The good news is I have this floor drain, so we'll just be dripping outside a little bit, which isn't the end of the world. So we have this tiny little trash can, fills up really quick. So I'm gonna put some hooks in so we can just hang a grocery bag there. But we want to make sure that we can still pull the toilet out without any issue, and it looks like that will work. My mom sewed a magnet into this window covering so that it would be held up away from the cooktop, and the magnet came off the window, so we need to stick that back on there. And then this backsplash is pretty greasy, so I'm going to clean it too. So these little bar magnets came with a double stick adhesive pad, but I'm going to replace that with this stuff. This is 3M VHB tape, and this stuff is amazing. Just wipe down the surface that you want to stick to with alcohol first, and it'll stay there forever. That's what I use for my dash camera on the windshield, so it holds up really well to heat. It sticks to really smooth surfaces, and it's pretty incredible stuff. Alright, so we got our tape applied, and what I'm going to do is just stick this to the magnet in the window covering and then try to line it up where we want it. Alright, so we held that in place for a little bit, and yeah, now we can see it snaps up there in place. So when we're driving, this door actually flexes enough that the door switch clicks on and off, and that flickers the dome light, which is really annoying. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the door, inside of the door here, and hopefully that will stop happening. This dry line is just kind of in the way when we're trying to get stuff in and out of these bins. And it would be nice to have a place to hang our dishcloths that aren't right on top of the cooktop. So I'm going to move it underneath here. Autumn's gonna do the last thing, which is add a little more Velcro to the sliding door so that window covering stays up a little bit better.
Yeah.
Looks good. So I carry a lot of tools and just kind of random things with me, and it does take up a lot of space, but it's pretty worth it when you can come out and not have to buy anything and fix a bunch of little things like that. So it is day 4 of our little no internet, no GPS challenge, and things are getting a little harder. We're kind of running low on water. We have about 5 gallons left, so with dishes and everything, that gives us probably another 24 hours before we're out. So we would like to find water today, and we're pretty remote, so it's not clear if we're going to be able to do that. And then also it's getting about time to take a shower. That would be kind of rough if we weren't able to do that or find a place to shower today. Yeah, it's starting to get interesting, I feel like. I kind of like the idea that we don't have a plan and we're just having a day without expectations, but also we're humans and we have bodily needs, and it's easier to relax if we know that those needs are going to be met.
Oh, shit. Whoa.
We're in Animas, New Mexico, and we were able to find food and water and fuel here. I was kind of worried about getting diesel in rural areas, but kind of makes sense that a lot of like farm equipment and what have you, pickup trucks, they run on diesel. So it's pretty much in every small town. And yeah, we have some vague directions for how to get to the Geronimo Trail. Geronimo, I guess. I bet it's the printer ink. It looks like, I don't know, it's a lot of brown ink. Well, it smells bad though.
Yeah. It smells like a broccoli fart. The movie star.
did it. We did use the internet today, but we didn't use it to inform any of our travel decisions today. We're just looking at the week ahead because we know it's going to get cold, and yeah, had some other things that we wanted to plan out. It's a little ridiculous how much information we've been getting on paper, but it's actually kind of cool at the same time. I love getting these hand-drawn maps of areas, and yeah, it's been really cool talking to people. Also, we thought we were going to be here on day 2, and it's now day 7, so it's clearly changed the pace at which we travel, and we just decided to stop sooner than we thought every day. So I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, in all, I would consider this a success. I am going to go back to using Google or whatever, although it has made me think more about where I get my information, and yeah, if I want to be getting everything from a tech giant, and if I want Google to be telling me where to go, and I think the answer is probably not. So we're probably going to use less navigation, try to talk to people more, and be more flexible as we travel as a result of this experiment. So I would say mission success. Yeah, and another thing I just thought of is that I've never traveled like this before. When I was 16, I got one of those little Garmin GPS screens for my birthday, and that was when I got my driver's license. So I know how to read a map from going on road trips with my parents when I was a kid. Like, I would sit up front and hold the map and tell my dad where the exit was. I know how to read a map, but I've never actually had to do it myself. And I also kind of thought it would be harder since everyone has phones now. But as it turns out, people still have these handwritten maps. People still want to talk to you. People still want to tell you where stuff is. So go out there and give it a try. Yeah.